That's fantastic, Mike. It's just so inspiring, and to see those pictures of people actually using the tools that you've said. But when you actually get them there, how are they distributed? Do you have a team of people who work with you on actually in those countries?
Yes, in each country we have a main partner, and that varies. In Uganda, it's a very small charity, Mindset, that works with vulnerable women. In Zambia, it's the United Church of Zambia, the equivalent really of the Church of England out there. And working with them, we have distribution centres, and we have in-country teams of all volunteers who will help people to apply, go and visit them, will do assessments for us, and all sorts of things. So each country has a volunteer team, many of whom have been with us for 5-10 years, working with us to help us distribute the tools. So everyone applies for a set number of tools, and that's what they will get when they go and collect. Everything is labelled to the nth degree because of importing and all that kind of thing. You have to do it these days.
Yeah, that must be a nightmare in itself. But
it's challenging.
when the tools arrive there, how do the people learn how to use them, and is there help in developing their business skills, and that you know, once they've started to set up?
We don't give tools to individuals. We give tools to training centres or to established workshops. So, for example, if you take the first story we told, they were establishing a workshop. So one of the questions they have to ask before we approve an application is, do you have trained carpenters to help you? And if the answer is no, then it's, well, come back to us when you do. Or in the second case, that was the sewing machines and knitting machines were given to a skills centre. So again, for them, do you already have a trainer in place? And unless they have one, or they say no, but this person is coming when the tools arrive, and we won't let them have them. So they have to be able to show us that they have the people in their own centres who can do training and are qualified, whatever that skill is, before we'll give them tools.
Yeah, and that makes sense. You don't want them just sitting there when other people could have made good use of them. But
absolutely.
Looking at the list of the tools and all the haberdashery items, all those sort of things, how do they all get sorted, and how would you like us to pack them at this end? I mean, I've got sort of a tin full of buttons, all odd ones. Would they be all right to send as they are, or do you want us to sort things at this end before they go on your van?
Well, the more you do, the less we have to do.
Right. Okay.
And for example, in buttons, we in Ipswich we have one lady, and this is all she does, is she just sorts thousands and thousands of buttons, and she will sort them into the same colour and roughly the same size, and then put them into little packets that we send out.
Right.
So we'll sort them out. Things like screws and nails, well, you just give them a whole tub for them. They don't care, because they'll just find the one they need. So in many ways, yes, the more sorting. I suppose the crucial thing for us is, you know, we can refurbish, but we can't repair. So if a fault's, you know, got 3 faults instead of 4, there's absolutely nothing we can do with that. So that kind of thing. Or woodworm is the killer of a tool. You know, if a handle's got holes in it, then we would love that not to come to us, because it could infect, you know, hundreds more.
Yes.
So that kind of sorting is absolutely great, and taking out, you know, the things that we obviously don't want. That's why we have a tools wanted list, because we get the most extraordinary things, you know, sent to us sometimes, which we can't use. So that we would love, but if in doubt, you know, we're happy to take a phone call. So for example, somebody did ring up and says, someone's just given me a load of camera equipment, it's really old, would you like it? Well, the answer is, on the one hand, no, we don't want it. But when they said really old, we said, well, maybe we can sell it, because things that come in which we can't send to Africa, very, very old, fragile sewing machines that wouldn't last a week, will sell. Now, we did sell that camera equipment, and I think it went for about £900.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And we had, and the other week we had a button, one button, £1,200. So we actually raise a lot of income for our charity from things like that. So if it's obviously wrong, like it's genuinely broken, we will say, please be kind enough to sort that out for us. But if in doubt, it's worth giving a ring, because you just never know what we might be able to sell. It would, be on that understanding, to support the work.
Yeah, which actually brings me to my last question, which is, how can people support TWAM financially?
Yeah, well, there's obviously lots and lots of ways. I mean, one of the ways we're encouraging at the moment is what we call it the toolbox. It's a club. It's on the website, where people give from £4 a month, and that money specifically goes to sending out kits. So even on £4 a month, that will probably be 2 kits a year, and we've seen the impact of that. And it goes up to more and more, depending how much you want to give. That's a really positive way. I mean, you can go on. Lots of people go on. We have alternative gifts which you can buy for yourself. A lot of people do, where you can actually choose a gift. Anything from about £10 for a haberdashery, right up to £240 for a carpentry workshop kit. But every kit we have, we're priced as to what it costs us to from the point of where it's collected, all the truck travelling of the van, to the tools you might have to put in if they're missing, new tools, and they're all on the website. And lots of people actually go on and buy a specific tool kit. And think, oh, I bought a carpentry kit, and then you get a little card to say, I bought a carpentry kit, or a sewing machine, or something like that. So you can be that specific. There is general giving, and that's on the website as well. But a lot of people quite like, it can be so tangible. That's what I think is one of the great benefits when you're sending out tools. You can choose literally, what your heart's for, and choose that way. So financially, the options are huge, but those are the two that most people, in all honesty, go for, Liz.
Thank you very much. I don't know if anybody else has got any questions they want to put in the chat.